How are you doing? How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Salam, 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 everybody. How are you doing? Where's everybody at? Salam, everybody. I'm seeing 2 people live online. I'm seeing 3 now. I'm waiting to see the 10th person. We'll move straight to what we're about to do today. And before I go any further, I want to apologize for yesterday. Salam, sister. Salam, everybody. Salam, everybody. I want to apologize for yesterday, what happened yesterday. I want to apologize for what happened yesterday. I don't know what happened. The internet wouldn't just work, so I had to end the broadcast because I couldn't see anybody anymore. But welcome, everybody. Welcome tonight. Hope you've had a great day. Let me see those that are online. Let me see those that are online. Please, as soon as you come online, just make sure you like the video, you share it. Make sure you let somebody know that we are live. Make sure you let somebody know that you're live. You share the video, you like the video. Just make sure somebody knows that we are live. And we are busy. Yes, we have 10, so I can shoot now. Okay, so let me see who's live. Sister Amani, welcome live, Sister Salem. Salem. I'm doing great by His mercies. How you doing today, sister? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Hope you had a great day. Hope you had. I don't know if y'all are still going to work with all the virus and everything that's going on. Did you go to work? How was your day? Did you have a great day? Did you have a great day? How was your day? So I'm seeing Bana Firmament. Bana, how you doing? Salam. All glory to Yah. How you doing, sister? Yah. Salam, how you doing? Eunice Yates, how you doing, Sister Salam? Anointed Queen, how you doing? Malakia, how you doing? Jude Mice, how you doing? Please say hello. You're at home. Your day has been great. You're at home in the Netherlands. That's great. That's great, sister. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Great? You had a great time at work? Say hello to everybody. I want us to commune with each other, Awesome, Sister Yah. All glory to Yah is doing great. I want you to commune with each other. I want us to be a proper community. So you feel, listen, this is how we are in Africa. When you close work and you get to your gate, you better say hello to everybody from the gate entrance, everybody in the community. Sometimes you can just be on the trotro. The trotro is like the bus system you have there. And you have to say hello to everybody. And you have to ask how everybody is doing. Because we are integrated like that. We're a community that we care for each other, we love each other, and I need us to bring this here in this community where we show a lot of love to each other, where we are each other's keeper. So every time you come on live, just make sure, if you know a brother, you know a sister that usually come online and they are no longer coming online, just make sure you reach out to the person and ask the person, what's happening to you? We're online, we're studying, we're learning what's happening to you. And I also want to say, don't forget to make sure you like all the community pages. Make sure you like the news platform. Make sure you like the news platform. Make sure you go to Prophet Massa's page. Make sure you go to Prophet Massa's page. Check out the food that are available. Check out the I saw the other day we have t-shirt for women. Check out the t-shirt for women. Check out all these products. all these products on the community pages and also on the pages of Prophet Massa. Don't forget to order the book as well. Don't forget to order the book, and don't forget to make sure you stay in touch with the news outlets of what is happening and what's going on in the news. Make sure you stay in touch. Yes, yes, and also you subscribe. What's going on? You got to make sure that. So I don't know if you still see me live. I don't know what's happening to the network lately. What's going on? What is going on? So if you can hear me, I'm sure it will fix itself. So if you haven't liked the pages yet, just make sure you like the pages. Just make sure you like everything going on. Yes, we are back. We are back on live. We are back on live. When I go, so yesterday I realized that even when I was off, a lot of people could hear me. Yeah, is it back now? Is it back now? Okay. Tandy says she had a great time at work. I'm seeing, but is it back? I don't know what's going on with my network lately. It's been going crazy, but please don't bear with me. Bear with me. So today, what I'm doing today is that I'm making sure my mobile network is on. Yes, I'm back. Yes, yes, great. So I'll make sure my mobile network is on. The only disadvantage is that when my mobile network is on, every time a call comes through, it will cut it. So most time I put it in airplane mode. I only use the Wi-Fi, but every time the call comes through, it's going to cut it. But I'm going to come right back. That's the only way I can make sure I continue teaching. Right? I was really sad yesterday. Welcome everybody. Let me go straight to. Let me say as much as I can whilst I'm still live. I don't know when they're going to mess me up again. We need to do something about my network. So I told you I was going. Every time I come on live, I was going to touch on the. Told you I was going to touch on the eating healthy, right? Eating healthy. And yesterday I did the drinks. I did the drinks. No, it's not MTN. So I use, it's not MTN. I don't use MTN. I use Vodafone for the Wi-Fi. I use Vodafone for the Wi-Fi, and I use Airtel for my data communication. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm still here. It still shows on my screen. It's loading, but I'll still do. So I'm still talking about if you're black type A. If you're black type A, you don't got to do fried eggs at all. I'm going to be honest with you. So this book that I'm using, you can get a book yourself. It's called Eating Right for Your Black Type. Eating Right for Your Black Type. So this book, sometimes the book can recommend certain things for you, but I won't recommend it, okay? Because our body is an alkaline-based body, what we need is a lot of alkaline stuff into our body and not the acidic stuff. So even though the book might say it is proper and is okay for you to eat it, I might not recommend it for you. You get what I'm saying? So eggs is something that I personally don't take. So some people like to take eggs, that is you, but I don't take eggs. So if you like to take eggs, then make sure you don't take the fried eggs. If you like to take eggs, make sure you don't take the fried eggs. Only take cooked eggs, hard boiled or soft boiled, whichever boiled you want to take. Just make sure you take cooked eggs, but don't take fried eggs. But if you want to follow what I do, then don't take eggs at all. Don't take eggs at all. Don't take eggs at all. Okay? So from eggs, let's go to fish. So the type of fishes that the blood A can take, and the type, no eggs, no meat. For me, you should not take meat at all. That I'll tell you, you should not take meat at all. But I don't take eggs as well. You understand? But some people will still want to take their eggs whilst they go big on the vegetables and the greens and seeds and tubers and fruits. But I don't take eggs at all. So if you still want to do fish, I remember it got to a point I was taking a lot of fish. Then I had to reduce the fish intake, and I have to reduce it, and now I'm about here. I'm about here, right? This is the level of fish I take. And very soon I'll be out of fish, so I won't take fish again. So I'm not saying that overnight just change everything about your life. Exactly. All glory to Yahweh. I don't take eggs, milk, and fish. That is perfect. That is the ultimate. That is the ultimate. That's where everybody should head for. That's where everybody should head for. So, blood A, you can take carp fish, you can take grouper fish, you can take. So, you know what? Salmon, you can take yellow perch, you can take cod, you can take helix, pomacia, you can take like white fish, you can take rainbow trout, you can take sardines, right? But make sure when you get your fish, make sure your fish has got scales. And listen to me carefully. I am not asking anybody to take fish. All that I'm saying is that if you are letting go of everything and you still want to hold, you still want to feel something in your mouth, like meaty or something like that in your mouth, you can try mushrooms, right? But if you still want to feel that thing in your mouth, then you can resort to fish. But when you are taking the fish, make sure the fish you are taking, yes, eggs are very acidic. Eggs are very acidic. That's why I don't take eggs at all. I don't take eggs at all. So if you want to do the right thing, then it's best you don't take eggs at all. It's best thing you don't take eggs at all, right? But if you're struggling with it, I'll still tell you it's not best. But so the fish, so don't take, like most of the fishes, don't take catfish, don't take clownfish, don't take caviar, don't take crabs, don't take frogs, don't take eel, don't take giltad bream, don't take hack, don't take halibut, don't take herrings, don't take lobster, don't take shellfish, period. Don't anything shellfish, don't take it. It's bad. It's horrible for your health. Don't take octopus, don't take oysters, don't take sardines, don't take shellfish, don't take shrimps, don't take smoked salmon, don't take sole. So don't take all these fishes because all these fishes are danger zones, right? They are horrible for your health. The trick is that make sure whatever food you are taking in is more alkaline than it is acidic. Make sure most of the food you take in is more alkaline than it is acidic. The acidic foods will shut down your system. You understand that? Acidic food will give you the pressures and all what have you, but make sure the stuff you are taking in is alkaline. Okay? Make sure the stuff you are taking in is alkaline. So sometimes when you are not sure, yeah, somebody saying most fishes have high in mercury. Who is that? Who is that? Let me check the person. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I can check it on my screen as well. Somebody just said, yes. Who is this? Sister Amani says most fish are highly mercury. So one of the things that I love to do is that very soon I'm going to invite. I haven't discussed it with her, but Sister Amani, if you help us, because she is also big on vegan, on eating the greens and herbs and stuff like that, right? So one of the times that if it's possible, I would invite her whilst I'm on, and I'll invite her to talk about what we should eat and what we're not supposed to eat, because I need you to be healthy. I need you to be strong. I need you to be solid as we march forth towards the fulfillment of our assignment, right? So that being said, on that note, let's move to the subject of the day, healing through the heart. Healing through the heart. I want to move straight to the subject of the day, healing through the heart. And that is what I started yesterday with the meditations, because I wanted you to feel it first. Then when you have a feel of what I'm talking about, when I start talking about it, it will make sense to you. Do you know what I'm saying? I needed you to feel it first. Then when you feel what I'm talking about, it will make more sense to you, right? So now let's talk about healing through the heart. So I started with yesterday, I said, ye are gods. I started yesterday and I said, ye are gods. Me, you, all of us are gods. And I said something yesterday that, we all come here on the same level. Nobody is born higher than the other. no matter whether it's prophetic, whether there was prophetic declaration over your life, whether they saw, whatever it is, we all start from zero. That is nature's way of setting everybody up on the line. So we all start on the start line and we are all parallel. We are all leveled, right? Now, what you do or who you become is solely determined on how well you can connect to the divine and what you can remember. You understand? And the awareness of who you are. And the awareness of who you are is what exactly puts you in a place of leading. So it is a fact that the world that we have today is only controlled by the 2% of the population. 98% of the world are either middle class or low class. It's only 2% that are in the high class. And it's only 2% that are basically determining what and how the world should go. Just 2%. So the question is, which side of the scale do you want to find yourself? Do you want to find yourself amongst the 2%, or you want to find yourself in the middle? Or most people are comfortable in the middle class, and most people are comfortable in the low class. If you want to be comfortable in the middle class, there's nothing wrong with it. That is your comfort zone. And no matter what we do, the 98% are still going to be in the world. And the 2% are always going to roll. Because the top is narrow, right? So hence, a pyramid, the top is narrow, but as it comes down, it broadens up. Do you know what I'm saying? So the reason why most of us are not experiencing the life of a God is because we operate from a realm of ignorance. The reason why most of us are not experiencing the life of a God is because we operate from the level of ignorance. Most of us operate from a dimension of ignorance, and so long as you operate from a dimension of ignorance, you will never experience this God experience here on this earth. Remember, you are God and you are created to be creators. You are created to be creators. So you are here on the face of this earth to create, to do something. You are not just here because the Creator didn't have any idea of what he was doing, so accidentally he brought you here on the face of this earth. No, you are here to do something. You are here to create something. You are here to bring into this dimension that which doesn't exist. The problem is that most people are operating from the realm of ignorance. And once you operate from the realms of ignorance, you say things that you have no understanding of. So a lot of people, a lot of us are not experiencing life. A lot of us are not experiencing life. We are only living what we are told and as we are told of. Because somebody has set the standard and say, you got to go to school, you got to make this amount of money a year, and you got to go to retirement, and you got to take your retirement package, and you got to die. So most of us are not really experiencing life as the Creator intended it to be. So majority of us only hear things. Oh, I heard somebody did this, and I heard somebody did that, and I heard this sister's testimony, and I heard that sister's testimony, and I heard that and that, and I hear in Africa this happens, and I hear. Most of us are living based on the things that are flowing to our ears. But we are not really experiencing the life that we ought to experience. We are living life based on our ears, but we are not living life based on what we see. Right? So Job, or what somebody want to call Job, I say Job. So Job, with all his experience, with all that he went through in life, with all that money that was said was given to him in Job 1, yet he was not living, he was not experiencing life. Life was just passing him by. He was not experiencing life. So at the end of the book of Job, it is said, Job 42, Job 42 verses 5. Please check it out. Job 42 verses 5. It says, I heard only about you before. I heard. Ivan, you said you wanted to communicate with me yesterday, right? Ivan, you said you wanted to hear yesterday. Okay. Job 42 says what? I had only heard about you before, but now I have seen you with my own eyes. So all this while, Job had not had an experience, had not seen what he believes in. And that's what is happening to majority of us. We only hear what we believe in, but we don't see what we believe in. That's what I mean by we don't experience the things we are hearing. We are only hearing them, and we are only running with the things that we are hearing, but we are not necessarily experiencing the things that we are hearing. You get what I'm saying? So Job, after 41 verses, finally came to the 42nd verse and said, I heard of you. All this while, I was operating from the realms of hearing, but now I get to see you. But now I see you. Until you begin to see the manifestation of what you've heard, you are not really living. You are not really experiencing life. You need to start seeing the things you've been hearing all your life. That is when you start living. So Job said, but now I have seen with my own eyes. And because I've seen with my own eyes and I'm experiencing this for myself, I take back everything I said out of ignorance. I take back everything that I said out of ignorance. So this is the perfect place for me to say that when you don't know something, don't condemn it, don't destroy it, don't speak against it. When you don't understand a thing and when you don't know a thing, don't speak against it, don't condemn it, because you probably end up swallowing your own words. Job said, whoo, now I'm seeing things. And the things I'm seeing is so different from the things I heard. Majority of the time, your experiences will be so different from the things that you hear. So growing up, you heard, I can't wait to be 18. When you are 18, you get this. When you're 19, you do this. When you're 20, when you are 30, when you're 40, when you are 50, when you are 60. But what you never expected is that the things, the stories you heard was so different from the life that you experienced. Do you get it? Sister Malaka is doing an amazing job. Bless you, bless you, bless you. I'll take you everywhere I'm going, sister. I'll take you everywhere. Mommy, I haven't called you mommy. I'll take you everywhere I'm going. You're doing an amazing job. I love this. You know what I'm saying? So majority of the time you realize that the things you hear growing up, it's not the same thing when you get to that age that you were talking about. Because it's one thing hearing a thing, and it's another thing experiencing what you heard. Do you get what I'm saying? So Job said, I take back everything. I spoke things out of ignorance. I take it all back. So before you are quick to say anything, make sure the things that you were saying, you know it. If you don't know it, you just got to shush up. Just shush up. Until you come into understanding, until you come to knowing, you just got to shush up. Before you come to a place where you realize that you were just speaking out of ignorance, and the things that you say are the seeds that you sow. So when you speak out of ignorance, you sow ignorant seeds. And when you sow ignorant seeds, you reap ignorant harvest. Because you reap whatever you sow. So if the seeds that you are sowing are ignorant seeds, guess what your harvest is going to be? Do you get what I'm saying? Guess what your harvest is going to be? I want us to read something from Joshua 1, the book of Joshua 1, verses 8. The book of Joshua, or Joshua. Joshua is the same as Yahshua. The book of Joshua, verses 1, verses 8. It says, are you there? Joshua verses 1, Joshua chapter 1, sorry. Joshua chapter 1. Yahshua. So the same Yahshua, Joshua is the same name. Okay. 1 verses 8, it says what? This book of the law must never depart, must never be missing from your mouth. You must meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to observe and do all that is written. For then your way will be blessed, and then you would greatly succeed. So the key to success is meditation. You get it? The key to success. So he says what? Meditate on this word day and night, so that all your days shall be successful. So that whatever you do, wherever you go, wherever you find yourself, you will see success come your way. So Joshua was given these laws, and Joshua was told that meditate upon these laws. So the question is, what is meditation? What is meditation? I can give you so many definitions of what meditation is about, but I'll just summarize my meditation to be that which you can see. Do you get what I'm saying? Because in this world, whatever you see, you believe. Right? So meditation is that which you can see. Because if you can see it and your heart can believe it, that which you see is that which you believe. So meditation simply means that these words of the law that I've given you, mind you, these words of the law was not the Holy Bible. I'm going to say something. Listen, don't attack me for it. If you just open your eyes just a little bit, you would understand what I'm just about to say. Don't attack me for it. I'm not saying my own words. I'm just saying what is written in the book of Joshua. Let me break it down. Joshua didn't have the whole Bible. Joshua didn't have the whole Bible. Joshua didn't have the whole Bible. Joshua only had a piece of what we call today as the Bible. Joshua only had a piece. He didn't have this whole thing, because this whole thing wasn't written at that time. All he had was the laws. So he said, if you meditate upon these laws by the God of Israel, so if you meditate upon the laws by the God of Israel, then whatever you do will succeed. So success is not based on knowing the entire Bible. Success is based on meditating on the laws of the God of Israel. Whew. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? No, let me not say this. I'll mess some people up. So success is basically based on meditating on the law. So meditating on the law alone will get you success. Ooh. It's hot in here. It is hot in here. So when you understand what I'm saying, what I'm literally saying is that when you are able to catch on the law of the God of Israel, you don't need anything else to see you succeed. All you need, meaning your salvation is in the law, your deliverance is in the law, your peace is in the law, your health is in the law. Everything that concerns your life is just coupled in the laws. It is when you keep breaking the laws, it is when you keep going around the laws of the God of Israel, that is when you need the writings and the prophet to remind you what the law is saying. Are you getting what I'm saying? So the reason why we have the prophet, a prophet only shows up when the world is going against the laws of the king, of the God of Israel, right? So the God of Israel sends a prophet out and allows the prophet to correct you back to the law. So basically all that you need is the law. But because you are not able to keep the law and meditate on the law, now you need a prophet to come and remind you of the law and remind you that, listen, you are going off track. You got to come back to the law. So the assignment of a prophet is nothing but to bring the people back to the law. Oof. You get what I'm saying? Everything that you need to succeed in everything you need is the law. You don't need anything else. But because you can't keep the laws, that is why prophets keep coming. If you was keeping the laws, and if you knew what the laws were, and if you were applying the laws to your life, then you wouldn't need me to come your way and come and tell you, go back to the laws. You wouldn't need me to come your way and keep repeating the same things that have been said in the laws all these years. So the laws is that which keeps producing prophet. And the assignment of the prophet is to bring people back to the law. There's a difference between the prophet and the priest. Woo. The prophet is not a priest, and the priest is not a prophet. The priest is the one who ministers unto the God of Israel. But the prophet is the one who brings you back to the law. So whilst the prophet is bringing you back to the law, the priest is showing you how to keep the law. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? Okay. So now that we have understanding that all that Joshua needed to do was to meditate. All that you need to do as the God of Israel said to Joshua is to meditate on these laws. And once you meditate on the laws, you don't need any salvation, because what are you going to be saved of? If you are keeping the laws and you are keeping what you must do, and if you are doing everything that pleases the God of Israel, then what do you need salvation for? Because salvation apparently is for those that have lost their way. Salvation is for those that don't keep the laws. Salvation is for those who are breaking the laws. So once you have the law, you don't need salvation. Oh, listen. These are the things that I can't say really, because Christians don't get this. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I said this yesterday, that prayer, meditation, invocation, singing, worship, praising, learning, studying, practicing are all methods of upgrading your software, right? Are all methods that upgrade your software, that raises up your vibration. Because the entire world is operating on vibration. Your vibration determines your aura, your aura. So your aura is that which repels or attracts things into your life, right? So whoever you are, You need to raise your vibration. And raising your vibration is done through meditation and is done through all prayer and all of that. So let's see what the word says. So now we are going to the writings because they were still going away from the law. So the writings had to keep reminding them to come back to the law. So the entire scripture is about coming back to the law. Every prophet pointed everybody back to the law. Because disobedience is you going against what you need to obey, right? What is written for you to obey. Let's go to Psalms 1. The book of Psalms. Yeah, raise our frequency to a higher vibration. That's also the techniques of raising your frequency. Is either through prayer, it's either through meditation, it's either through singing, it's either whatever you do to keep your spirit up, to raising. So when they say raising your vibration, it's just activating your cells. Activating the cells in your mind and the cells in your heart. That is what it means to raise your vibrations. Okay, Psalms 1. Psalms 1, the book of Psalm 1 says what? Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the unrighteous, nor stands in the path of a sinner, nor sit in the seat of a scornful. So how are you going to know whether you are walking in the path of righteousness or sitting in the seat of the scornful? The only difference is that the one that is keeping the law is what the law is what brings righteousness, is what teaches righteousness. So that which you do against the law becomes against righteousness, right? So you know what is righteous by knowing the law. You understand? So he says that blessed is the man who does that, but his delight is in the law of Yahweh. His delight is in the law of Yahweh. So you see the book of Psalm is still bringing you back to the law. So whilst you are reading this, where you should be going to is the law, because it's reminding you, but his delight, blessed is the man whose delight is in the law of Yah, and his law he meditates day and night. And his law he meditates day and night. So what should you be doing day and night? You should be meditating on the laws day and night. You should be meditating on the laws day and night. And it shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, which yields its fruit in its season, whose leaves does not wither. Whatever this man does, he would succeed. So these are keys. Let me break down the keys. The first key is that you are planted by the rivers. You are never dry. You are never out of water supply. When you walk by the law, when you live by the law, when you operate by the principles of the law, you never run dry. The reason why a lot of people are suffering dryness in their life is because they are operating outside the law. So when you stand outside the law, you suffer drought. When you stand in the law, you are watered. When you stand in the law, you are watered. You have a lot of fluidity coming in. When you stand in the law. So the reason why a lot of people are suffering droughts in their life is because they are standing outside the law. So the principle of this world is that when you keep a law of a God, the God that you serve, immediately, automatically, all the provisions of the God that you serve comes to you. But when you stand out of the laws of the God that you serve, why should the God that you serve bring you the provision that he has promised in his law? So the provision is in the law. The provision is not outside the law. So those who walk by the law are constantly getting supplied. They never run dry. They never suffer drought. But those who suffer drought, simple. If you want to know whether what you are doing is right or what you are doing is wrong, check your life. Check your life. If you suffer droughts in your life, what you're doing is wrong. When you enjoy abundance in your life, at least you're doing something right, right? Okay. So that's the first key. Water supply is never cut short. The second key is that you yield fruit. in seed, you yield fruit. So whenever it's time for you to pay up something, some bills, some rent, whatever, whenever it's time for you to produce fruit, there is fruit. Whenever it's time for you to produce fruit, there is fruit. So when you stay in the law, there's a constant supply. When you stay in the law, there's a constant supply of fruit. You don't even know how this fruit is going to show up. Before you know it, there's fruit available for you. There's resources available. The reason is that you are keeping the laws of your God. And so long as you are doing what pleases your God, He will supply. It's just like living in your house with your parents, right? So long as you do what your parents want you to do, you enjoy. You are at peace in the house. But the house becomes too small for you when you begin to rebel against the teachings of your parents. When you begin to rebel against the ways of your parents. You understand what I'm saying? So he says what? Those who meditate on the word, they have water supply, they have constant fruit showing up, and their leaves never withers. And their leaves never withers. And their leaves never withers. Their leaves never. Let me say this, and this is so profound. When you are in the law and practice the law and live by the law, you don't wither. You don't grow old. The leaves of a man is what? Your ears, your eyes, your... What does it mean to wither as a man? Somebody catch this. A man's leaf is your organs, right? That's your leaves. Your knees, your joints. The minute you begin to wither, your joints goes out of place. So arthritis begin to follow you. Yeah. Is somebody catching this? The minute you begin to wither, it means you are out of the law. And when you are out of the law, your organs begins to wither. Your eyes begins to wither. Your eyes begin. Scripture says what? Moses was 120 years old and he had perfect eyesight. Moses was 120 years old. Kweku Mosi. The original name is Kweku Mosi. I'll teach you about names later. Kweku Mosi, or what you say, Moses, had perfect eyesight. Old age has nothing to do with your organs failing you. The fact that you are old doesn't mean your organs got to fail. The entire world is thinking in the reverse. We think when you grow old, everything about you should grow old. No. You age in number, but you don't age. You get better in your skin. You get better in your eyes. You should get better in everything that concerns your life. Is somebody getting this? How is it that we've been made to think as you grow old, your eyes got to be weak? How does that even make sense? Think about it. How does that even make sense? That as you grow old, your organs got to wither. When you plant a tree, right, and the tree grows, does the root of the tree get weak? Does the branches of the tree get weak? Does the leaves of it? No, it doesn't get weak. It gets refreshed. It gets refreshed. It gets renewed. Every time the old leaves fall off, the new leaves comes back on. You understand? Because the body, the human body, the cells is designed like the leaves of the tree. So just as the tree keeps shedding off leaves, it's the same thing. You keep shedding off cells. But when you shed off the old cells in your eyes, new cells got to replace the old cells in your eyes. Are you getting it, somebody? So when you are established in the laws of the God of Israel, and you meditate on it, you see it. Meditation is bringing something alive, right? When you begin to see and walk into this discipline, now all of a sudden, everything about your life comes alive. Welcome on live, prophet. Welcome. Everybody say hello to prophet. Say hello to prophet. You come. So as the tree sheds off the leaves, so should you shed off your old cells and regrow new cells. So when your cells keeps rejuvenating, there's no way your organs should fail on you. Your heart should be better as you grow old. Your eyes should be better as you grow old. Your ears should be better as you grow old. Your mouth should be better as you grow old. Your heart should be better as you grow old. Because what? You keep shedding off old cells and renew new cells. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? And that is the beauty of the meditation of the heart. That is the beauty of the meditation of the heart. Let's go to Psalms 19. Psalms 19. When you understand this principle, let me tell you something. He says, I heard from a doctor the body is supposed to rejuvenate every 7 years. You don't understand. You see, the Creator is not crazy. So you mean to tell me the Creator didn't know you're going to turn 80? You mean to tell me the Creator didn't know you're going to turn 90? Death has nothing to do with old age. And your organs failing on you has nothing to do with old age. As a matter of fact, you should mature the older you get in every part of your body. So the body is such that the cells of this body keeps rejuvenating itself. That is why it's very necessary that you eat the alkaline product, the alkaline food. The reason why a lot of people are not rejuvenating in their cells is because they are eating acidic stuff. Acidic foods and acidic content does not rejuvenate your cells. It kills your cells. So the alkaline food that you take in is like the fertilizer for today's body. So as you keep eating alkaline, which is part of the laws, people didn't even know that. People didn't even know eating alkaline is keeping the laws, and eating acidic foods is you breaking the law. So when you stay in the law, you would constantly take in alkaline stuff. But when you go against the laws, you would eat acidic stuff. And the more alkaline stuff you take in, the more your cells rejuvenate itself. The more acidic stuff you take in, the more the cells collapse on you. So when you are 70, when you are 80, now your cells will begin to cave in because you've damaged it with so much acidic food. So whilst you are busy dying at 80, Moses is now starting his ministry at 80. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? While you are busy dying at 80, and when you die at 80, you think you've done enough. When you die at 80, you think you've done enough. But Moses started his ministry at 80, and for 40 years straight, he ministered. So he was 10 years. When Moses got to 90, he had just done ministry for 10 years. 20 years celebration in ministry, he was 100 years old. 30 years in ministry, he was 110 years old. 40 years in ministry, he was 120 years old. So a lot of people die and live 40 years of their life unlived. Because you are too busy dying at 60, 70, 80. Too busy dying at 60, 70, 80. 60 70, 80, you think you've done enough. They think that is all that you could do. Sarah was getting pregnant at 90. 90. What are you doing dying at 70? What are you doing dying at 80? Oh, yes. Because you are taking in the acidic stuff. You are disobeying the laws. And once you grab in acidic stuff into your system produces more mucus. And once your system produces more mucus, you attract all the diseases. Every sickness is caused by mucus. I'm not off course. I'm still on my subject, meditating on the heart, healing through the heart. Let's go to Psalms 19. Psalms 19. Psalms 19. Verses 14. Psalm 19. Verses 14. It says what? Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of our heart, of my heart. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart. Why is meditation done through the heart? Well, why have we never been taught about meditation? Something so important. Something so important. The secret to your success is meditation, right? Why are you never taught meditation? As a matter of fact, wherever you went to church, wherever you heard the gospel, whatever it is, if you were never taught how to meditate, it is time to go back to that pastor and tell the pastor you are coming for your money. Because you paid him to teach you and he taught you jack. So you are going for all your tithe, you are going for all your offerings, because you've come to discover that the most important ingredient to this life was never taught you by your pastor. Oh, did I just say that? I'm sorry. But it says, let the words of my mouth and meditations of my heart be acceptable. Meaning, it is only through the heart that you can travel through the realms of the divine. Ooh, did I say that? Okay. It is only through the heart that you can move through the dimensions of the divine. So therefore, you ought to be taught meditation. Right? Psalms 104, verses 34. Psalms 104, verses 34. Please, if you're live and you haven't liked the video yet, please do like. Show me that you love me by liking the video if you haven't liked it yet. And show that you really care about me and care about Prophet Michael by sharing the videos to your family, to your friends, to your loved ones, to everybody that surrounds you. Psalm 104, verses 34. Hold up, I made a mistake. Don't go to Psalm 104, 34. It's a mess. Let's go to Psalm 4, verses 4. Okay? Or whilst we are around 104, let's do Psalm 77, verses 6. Psalm 77, verses 6. Psalm 77, verses 6. Psalm 77, verses number 6. Are you there? It says, we remembered our songs in the night, and our hearts meditated about this, and our spirits searched diligently. Oh, this is beautiful. This is what I was teaching you yesterday. We remembered our songs in the night. What does it mean? We remembered our songs. Songs are made based on circumstances. So writers of songs would basically live through experiences, right? Then write songs out of experiences. So we remembered the songs, we remembered our experiences, right? And when we remembered our experiences, what we did was that our heart meditated upon the lyrics, upon the experiences, upon the words. So our heart began to visualize the words of the songs of our experience. And then whilst our heart was visualizing these words, our spirit went out searching for what needs to be done and what don't need to be done. And this is the meditation I taught you yesterday. So yesterday, I taught you to close your eyes and let your heart see the things that I was saying. And as your heart was seeing, now I told you to leave your body and go into that warehouse and bring into your body whatever you want to see manifest in your life, and take out of your body whatever you want to see out of your life. So whilst you were meditating and seeing, your spirit was leaving your body, and your spirit was doing all the work by searching through the dimensions and bringing down the things that you want to manifest into this dimension. When you begin to understand this, you will be able to correct every error of your life. When you begin to understand this principle, you will be able to right every wrong. I'm telling you. These things are in scripture, but nobody is teaching it and nobody is talking about it. That is why we are not seeing more happen. Because the secret is that your heart should see these things. Your heart got to see these things, and your spirit got to pursue the things that your heart are seeing, and your spirit got to pick it and bring it down into this dimension. Whew. Don't forget the scriptures that are coming on the screen, right? Make sure you write them down, and when you are on your own, you can meditate, you can read through them, so you don't miss a thing that I'm saying. Okay. Psalms 4 verses 4. So in the night, what you got to do through the night, you got to spend some time meditating. And the best time to meditate is between 3. So you can start your meditation from 3 a.m., right? But the best period to meditate is between 3:30 a.m. and 3:40 a.m. So you can push it to 3:50 a.m. But this 20 minutes between 3:30 and 3:50 is the best time in the divine realm. It's the magic hour. It's the miracle period. It's the time frame that every single thing that you project, I'll spend time and teach on this hour. Psalms 4 verses 4. Let's go to Psalms 4 verses 4. Are you there? Yes. 3:30 a.m. Bless you. I love you, sister. I love you, mommy, for all the amazing job you're doing with me. Making my job easy, right? So everything I say, she brings it back so that when you come, you will see what we're talking about. Okay. Psalms 4 verses 4. He says what? Stand in awe. Do not be violently moved by any passion or emotion, and do not sin. Say you will do this with your heart. Reverence Yah on your bed. Be still and stand in awe. That's powerful. That's powerful. Let me break it down. Yesterday when we started the meditation, I told you that just be still, relax. put your feet down, put your palm on your lap, rest your shoulders, relax, be still, and breathe slowly. When I was saying this, a lot of you didn't even know I was saying scripture. So I'm sure somebody would think that I was talking out of scripture. But this is what I was teaching you yesterday. So let me break it down. It says what? Stand in awe. When you are in awe of something, what does it mean? It means you are dazed. You're just there. You're not moving. You're still. You are still. You're not moving. You're just still. You stand in awe. You're just still. We have just one more like to hit 20 likes today. Can just somebody, if you're online and you haven't liked it yet, show me you love me and you love Prophet Massa and all the amazing work he's doing by clicking on the like button, by sharing the video, and by making sure that every night, 9:30 GMT PM, I'm live. And the other hours, Prophet. That's an amazing thing Prophet said right there. Do you understand? Stand in awe. So learn to be still. Many of us, we don't know how to be still. We don't understand how to be still. We are swindled by the winds and by the news and by the things that are coming around us, by what everybody is saying. We are easily moved. So constantly, instead of us to remain calm and still, we are constantly moving and everywhere. We are everywhere. Hey, haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? Did you? What is he saying? So you are busy. The minute you keep going this and doing this and all over the place, you keep dropping your vibrations. Because you keep just releasing energy. When I do this energy gone. When I speak, when I teach, this energy going. So whilst I'm doing this, I need to find time in my life to regain all the energies that are going out of me. Many people talk the entire day. They don't spend time, they don't sit and be in silence. They talk they spend the entire time talking. Whilst you are talking, energy is leaving you. Whilst energy is leaving you, your vibrations are coming down. Whilst your vibrations are coming down, the possibility of you attracting anything from the divine realm reduces. So now you're unable to receive anything into this dimension because your vibrations are low. So he says what? Learn to be still. Don't move about anyhow. Do not be violently be moved or by any passion or emotion. Do not do these things by sin. You see, when you move, it's sin. We don't understand. A lot of people think that sinning is fornicating and that's sin. Probably you never knew by talking all day, you are sinning to your body. You are sinning against your energies. You are sinning against the principle of nature. When you learn to keep quiet and to sit and meditate, all of a sudden you begin to feel refreshed. Don't you feel that when you talk too much, you lose energy? You feel tired. You talk and you argue and you fight, you feel tired. Because that's energy being drawn out of you. Like the energies that I'm releasing right now, I definitely need some time to recoup, to bring back all these energies that I'm letting out. Right? So you say you do this with your heart. So this thing is done with the heart. It's not done with the mind. It's not done with the eyes. It's done with the heart. Oh, I've got a lot to teach this family. Listen, I got a lot. When I just said the eyes, a memory just sparked up in me. And listen, this is not your real eyes, okay? This not your real, if this was your real eyes, you won't close your eyes and still see. The reason why you can close your eyes and you can still see is because these are not your real eyes. Right? So, when you learn, you can only do this with your heart, right? Okay. And then, when you sit on your bed, what would you be doing on your bed in the day? In the day, you are too busy moving up and down, right? So it's giving you a time to do this meditation. When you sit on your bed, so this time of meditation is definitely got to be in the coolness of the day. Because there's a lot of resistance in the heart of the day. During the day, you are not able to receive more from the divine realm. But when you are able to tap into the coolness of the day, now there are no resistance in the realms. So all of a sudden, you begin to receive more. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. So he says what? When you do that on your bed and be still and stand in awe, when you do that, let me not go to the next verse. Let me not do that to you. This act, meaning meditation, the act of meditation, this act is the key to deepest truth of who you are as an individual. The ability to sit still and just close your eyes and just be in awe in the deep of the night and just open up your heart and let your heart begin to see with your real eyes the things that you can't see with your physical eyes, and let your spirit go out and search through the dimension. This act is the deepest truth of who you are as an individual and who you are in this world. This is where super learning comes from. This is where super learning comes from. Super learning is not when you are reading a book or reading something. Super learning is when you are able to tap into the divine, and in 5 minutes you will learn more than what you can learn in the whole day. That's what we call super learning, not the normal learning. Normal learning is when you are going through books, right? When you are going through books, that's normal learning. But super learning is when you tap into the supernatural realm, the divine realm. Super learning is when you come into the divine realm and you are able to suck down, to bring down from the divine realm in 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, the divine realm flow, the divine state can teach you what you will not be able to learn the whole day when you are sitting behind a book. So the key to super learning is being still and meditating through your heart. Right? This is where super learning comes from. Or when you are working to solve a problem or to create something new. If you want to create something new, it is this meditation, it is this act. If you want to, like a new painting, a new design, a new piece of music, to write a book, to create something totally new, they all come from this deep space, this deep realm, where the heart is able to see and the spirit is able to search. Until you get into this realm, everything you do will just be ordinary. Whilst I was teaching, I saw on the screen people typing, I've never heard this before. Nobody has ever said this to me before. Because I am not preaching out of the ordinary cycle. I'm not preaching out of the preaching bubble. When you stay in the cyclical movement of the preaching bubble, you say the same thing everybody is saying. The key to you seeing having super revelations about the same thing everybody is reading is you learning to be still and learning to tap into the divine realm. And I've just shown you how to do it. We practiced it yesterday, so if you missed yesterday, go back to watch yesterday's video. And if you come on to watch later and you missed the previous one, go back to the previous one. The previous one is you are God, and this one is healing through the heart. Right? Let me read these few Psalms and I'll go out of your way because it's time. The time is up. I'll continue tomorrow. When you get everything I'm saying, your life will change. Healing would happen to you every single moment. Every time whenever you need healing, you can easily draw down healing. Psalms 63. Psalms 63. I wanted to read something from Deuteronomy. It's okay. Let's go to Psalm 63. Psalm 63. Verses 6. Psalm 63 verses 6 says, when we remember upon our beds, when we remember upon our bed, B-E-D, bed. This is divine key. Listen, I'm giving you the keys. When you remember upon your bed, meaning when you are able to spend time in bed meditating. And I've taught you the key or how to do this meditation, right? When we remember upon our bed, in the watches of the night, we meditate on you. You remember the time frame that I gave you between the hours of 3:30 a.m. and 3:50 a.m. And I was telling you something deep happens through this period. So we have what we call the watches of the night. We have what we call the watches of the night. The hours of the night. The periods of the night. The watches. So when you are able to catch one of the watches of the night and you do your meditation, you begin to bring into this dimension that which you are able to see in the divine realm. Who wrote this psalm? David. So David wrote this psalm, right? According to scripture. Okay. So what time was David praying? The watches of the night. These people were not doing things ordinarily. That is why they didn't achieve ordinary things. So if you want to achieve things beyond the ordinary, you got to learn to do that which the ordinary is not doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to do that which the ordinary is not doing. When we meditate at the watches of the night upon you, Psalm 77 verses 12. Psalm 77 verses 12. If I'm not able to finish the series today, I'll continue tomorrow. When I finish tomorrow, I'll teach you on a deeper level how to practice this meditation that scripture is talking about. And when you keep doing it, you begin to see those results in your life. Psalm 77 verses 12. What does it say? It says, we would also meditate on all your works. Your deeds we would think of. We would meditate on all your words. Your deed. How do you meditate on all his works? Meaning, in your heart. You have to learn to see through your spiritual eyes. So whilst you close your eyes and put your hands on your lap and totally relax and breathe slowly, you got to learn how to see. Not with these physical eyes. Because these physical eyes see things upside down anyways. So you got to learn to see not with these eyes, but with your spiritual eyes of your heart. When you begin to do this, so whilst you are seeing all the works, and you are looking upon all his deeds with your real eyes and not these lenses. Psalms 111 verses 2. Psalm 101 verses 2. Psalms 101 verses 2. Psalm 111 verses 2 says, great are your works, O Yah. Your works are sought out by all those who have pleasure in them. Your works are sought out by all those who have pleasures in them. So my question is, how can I sit in this room and sort out the works of the Creator? How can I do that? The only how I can do that is through meditation and through seeing with the spiritual eyes and by projecting my spirit to search through the works. So you can be right where here in your room or right where you are, but you can travel within your city. You can travel through the continent. You can travel through all these places by just projecting your spirit that the scripture spoke about. Last scripture for the day, Psalm 143 verses 5. Psalm 143 verses 5. Please make sure you tell your family, you tell your friends, you tell your communities. Sometimes when you tell them, they wouldn't hear they wouldn't even believe what you say. So just invite them to the community and say, something new is happening here. Something breathtaking is happening. Listen, lives are being transformed here. Just join this community. Just subscribe to the Bantu page. Just like it, just share it. And just by doing that, lives are changing. You understand? Just by doing that, lives are changing. Psalms 143 verses 5, it says, we remember. Psalm 143 verses 5. If you haven't liked it yet, please like it. If you haven't liked the page yet, please like it, comment, share, keep liking. We remember the days of old. We meditate on all your works. We remember the days of old. We meditate on all your works. We consider the works of your hands. We remember the works of old. That is why I said spirituality is not what you heard, it's what you have experienced. Spirituality is not what you hear, it's what you have experienced. So if you hear all that I'm saying and you don't put it into practice so that you can experience the things that I'm saying, then you've just wasted your time. Because spirituality is not about what you hear, it's about what you experience. That is why you got to learn to meditate on all his works. So you can be in your room and see the oceans, see the mountains, see the things in the dimension. Look at the stars. Project the things you want to see in this dimension and see them in that dimension. And the minute you are able to lock on to them, you'll be able to pull them into this reality. The minute you are able to lock onto the healing, onto the wealth, onto the well-being, onto the restoration, onto the happy marriage life, you will be able to draw them into this dimension. So the key to healing is meditating. The key to meditating is seeing, not with these eyes, but seeing in your spiritual eyes, and then letting your spirit go after the things that you are seeing and dragging them into this dimension. You understand what I'm saying? Bless you so much. Let me see if there are any questions for me. If not, I'll let you go. Let's see if there are any questions for me. Let's see if there are any questions for me. Okay, I believe there are no any questions. Bless you, bless you, bless you. I love you guys. Listen, this is only the beginning of what is about to happen to your life. This is only the beginning of what is about to happen to your life. It's happening right here on this Bantu channel. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you tell the world about it. Don't let us be. Let me tell you one funny thing. So because of the coronavirus, people go to the shops and they buy everything in the shop, forgetting that they have a brother or a sister who might even come later to come and buy. Meaning, people are constantly selfish. So I need you not to be selfish about this. I need you to tell everybody what is happening in this community. Make sure your friends and loved ones are watching this. Make sure you are sharing this video for everybody to be blessed, because all the children of the Most High, all the children of the creators, all the children of the Creator, all the children of the Creator, there's only one Creator, got to come together. And the only how they can come together is when they hear the truth that is being said right here, and everywhere else that truth is being said. All that I know is that we are saying something that nobody is saying. And this thing is changing your life. Stay blessed. I love you. If you want to contact me or contact Prophet Michael, please get in touch. Go to Prophet Michael's page. Make sure you like the communities. Make sure you buy the books. Make sure you buy organic food. Make sure you love everybody here. And my details are in the contact. You can email me. You can send me a WhatsApp. You can call, whatever you want to do. Just let's get talking. Bless you. I love you. Subscribe. Go to the community page and leave your comments there. Like it. Go to the news page. Like it. Love it. I'll see you same time tomorrow. 9:30 GMT. 9:30 p.m. GMT, my time. So I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what your time is, but it's my time. So meter it with your time, and I come live every day. Stay blessed.